This the Prince of the Nightlife, DJ Melly Mel. Now tuned into the biggest Chanel, Simone, April B, Flu Head, Grew Head podcast. Are you dumb? NYC, the ATL. Yeah, Brooklyn, what up?
Yo, what's good, everyone? It is your girl, Chanel Simone.
And your girl, April B.
Of the Flu Head, Grew Head podcast, where worlds collide no matter where you reside. Ew.
Fire. I like it.
You like it?
I like it.
Thank you very much. Y'all, we got a special guest in the building. I know y'all like, yo, Chanel, like, you keep saying that all the time. Always. But it's always good to know when you know the man behind the scene.
Yeah.
Somebody that you do know but you don't know.
The
El Pluggo. Somebody that you think you heard of until he pull up and you like, oh, that's him?
It's like you don't really know. It's like a ghost. It's like the man behind the myth.
Ooh.
The man behind the
Yo,
myth.
while I was about to say the man behind the mirror, I was thinking about Michael Jackson.
That's why I said that, because I know you was going there.
That song fire. I like the song.
You like, right, good song. And honestly, we got a funny story how we met him too, right? Let's talk about that.
We'll talk about that.
Y'all, but y'all make some noise for Kris with the K.
What's good?
Yeah.
I like that. You probably just go by Kris, but Kris with the K, that sounds like an official.
Yeah, it's
like, what
like,
people call you?
I mean, most people call me Kris, but when people meet me like at events or Instagram, they call me Kris with the K now.
So you like either one?
Yeah, it's actually a funny story, like how I got that name.
Right.
I got it in undergrad.
Okay. Like with the K or Kris?
No, Kris with the K.
Okay.
What happened?
All right,
we got time.
Of course, undergrad, I went to Georgia State. In my media classes, there was this one chick that used to have like every class I had. So when she first met me, she just called me Kris, but then I was writing something. I had to do some type of work or something, and she saw my name. Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh, your name start with a K. That's different. I'm going to start calling you Kris with the K. And I was like, all right, blah, 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 blah. Next semester went by, I didn't really see her, and it was like our next semester. We took like communications law. I'm sitting down in the class, like chilling. It's the first day. Everybody just relaxing, quiet. Nobody,
Oh, she
really
came in there, hey, Kris with the K.
That's exactly what she did. Like, she walk in the room, she look around, she's like, Kris with the K. And I was just like, yo. And like she's screaming it. And then after that, it just kind of like, it just stuck. So I made that my Instagram handle. And it's kind of just been a thing since then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to her. You know who you are. Shout out to you.
Well, all right, y'all. So we're gonna start with our number one famous game. It's called First Class versus Coach. All right. So in our famous bowl of nothing, we have some choices here for you to pick. So there's two choices. There's gonna be a first choice versus a second choice. If you fucking with it, the first choice is first class. If you're not, then it's coach. Okay. If you can't decide which one is first class or coach, then we do our tiebreaker, which is you gotta take a shot.
Yeah, shout out to our alcohol sponsor, Bombay Vodka.
Yeah. So without further ado, let me mix it up because I don't want you to get confused. All right, you can pull. And no, you have to answer all of these questions.
I got to answer them?
Yeah, so it's like a this or that.
If I don't want to answer, I take a shot.
Yeah.
Or I got to answer regardless.
Well, you got to answer regardless.
But if it's a tie, you take a little
shot.
sippy sip.
So go ahead and read it out loud.
All right. Independent artists versus artists signed to a label.
So which one would you rather work with?
It depends, honestly. It depends on. I'm gonna get into it.
I'm gonna say. So is that a tie?
I'm gonna take the shot. Technically it is a tie, but honestly, it just depends on like that artist, like their work ethic and pretty much like what they got going on. If you unsigned, y'all didn't tell them about working PR, so. A lot of times, like, artists don't really need PR until you get to a certain level. Like, a lot of people out here that work in PR, they going to tell you, yeah, hire me and I get you this and that, blah, 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 blah. But all that stuff isn't really guaranteed. And honestly, until you reach a certain level, you don't need PR. You just need to work on your craft, your music, and grind. Then once you get to a certain level, when outlets and brands are starting to reach out to you, then that's when you probably need PR.
But what if they don't reach out and you working on your craft? Don't at some point somebody has to get you out there just a little bit? Yeah,
but that's usually kind of like when you're starting to get bigger and bigger. Like you'll know, like your numbers are starting to get there. You're starting to reach like a certain target number or whatever.
So he's basically saying if you rapping in your mama basement with 700 followers, you do not need a PR.
You don't need PR. Like there's a lot of people out here with even maybe like 10K followers that's got like a little motion or whatever. But they don't really need PR. You need more so marketing. And there is a difference between marketing and PR.
Okay, so it's a tie.
Ooh, we gonna get into that.
All right, so he got his shot. You gotta take your shot.
So you want to sip or take a shot?
That's a sip.
It's already like a mixed drink now. It ain't really a shot.
Okay, well, look, just cheers.
Cheers.
What we doing? We sipping?
Yeah.
We gonna hit the table? No.
No,
we do.
No, I definitely hit the table, friend.
Oh my God, I'm tripping. I always hit the table.
I could have finished this. Not gonna lie to you.
You say you're not gonna finish?
He
I
could.
could have finished this.
Oh, he on
Should I
deeper time.
go ahead and finish it?
Oh,
Go ahead.
like,
It's
hey,
your show.
I'm on y'all.
It's your show. We just living it.
we
No,
just
I'm
living.
chilling.
Oh, baby, there's more than where they come from.
I got you.
Shout
I'm
out to
chilling.
Bomade. All right.
All right. So next one.
Next
I gotta keep
one.
going. I forgot. I thought that was it.
We wasn't just gonna give you one.
Business versus pleasure.
Ooh.
And
Now-
man, these questions like what aspect though? What are we talking about?
Well, okay. So we had the question because
Y'all, okay, truth is, we was supposed to have another guest on the show with you.
Oh damn.
So it was kind of geared towards the guest.
They
We're
ain't
not
want
gonna
me for real,
say
y'all. They ain't want me here for real.
no. It's not that. We try to make it so everybody had something to go off of. But since you're here, business versus pleasure. Would you ever date somebody that was in the same business as you, or would you date a celebrity?
Yeah,
Really?
I would.
okay, would you date your client?
No.
But what if the chemistry's there? See,
Yeah,
you
like-
quick to say no, but what if it was like, see,
So is business more important than the
and y'all got
personal?
a connection. This ain't
The
no.
pleasure- yeah.
I
It's
mean-
like that's my
So I know people that do that and they have like a really good working relationship. I can't really like perfect relationship, like business and like pleasure relationship. For me personally, I'm saying no right now because I honestly like don't really know like how I would react or how I guess my potential like significant other would react in that situation. So I'm saying no to that for right now.
Okay, so
if
no
anything
shot.
like comes up like in the future, and it happens,
you got to
then-
come back and
He
tell
gonna be
us.
like,
Then I
pretty
guess y'all got
brown
the
eyes, you know, I see, girl.
But I would date somebody in the same field as me, like PR or
Okay.
like an artist or something like that. You know,
Okay.
that's not my client.
Gotcha. Okay. No clients over here. He
Let's
don't.
go.
What they say? Don't shit where you eat.
No client. Last one.
Getting a manager first versus getting a publicist first. Kind of just answer this question.
You did. I'm mad.
I mean, we didn't think you was gonna drop that, you know?
My bad.
You was gonna drop
My
gems
bad.
early. Goddamn. Like,
But they
are good questions, though.
but we heard that, you know, some artists don't have anything to manage, so I get a manager, so you at least need a publicist to get you out there. But what do you say? Because how you gonna get a manager with nothing to manage?
It's kind of like the same thing in that aspect, but first of all, like anybody that you have manage you shouldn't be managing you unless they would do it for free anyway. You know, because most of the time, like the difference is your manager is getting like a percentage of whatever you make, so they gonna work harder to go for you. Whereas a publicist, you paying them in advance, like you paying them, they put you on retainer, so and nothing in like publicity or PR is guaranteed. So you're gonna be paying them, hoping that you get things,
right.
and you're not even that big of an artist, so. No matter like how many connections we have, like how many friends we have that are journalists and writers, if we not bringing them like good content or something that's of interest to them or their readers, they still not gonna write about you. They might do it like once in a blue moon just like to do a favor, but it's not really gonna work out and you're gonna be spending thousands of dollars for no reason.
So it's like I'm paying you, and then if you want to be in Complex, baby, you got to pay them. You already paid me.
Yeah, I mean, and you can like drop those prices to get your stuff on Complex, but honestly, like if you're really popping, like they gonna write about you organically. Like, just off a solid pitch.
Yeah.
You know? But I would go ahead and get your manager first. Like I know a ton of like unsigned artists that have really great managers that are pushing them, helping them with content, helping them secure brands, and you don't need a publicist for that. They're helping you get like getting a record like on a weekly spin on radio, getting you to different events. Like you honestly don't need a publicist first. I would go manager.
and that's coming from a publicist, y'all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask you real quick because we might jump into this. Do you feel like it's still the artist's responsibility to still be out there instead of 100% dependent on that manager to get you out there, or that's what the manager for?
Nah, so I mean, it's 50-50. Your manager's still gonna put in work for you, but if you lazy in the house and trying to do nothing, like
And it's your career.
What are you giving them to manage?
Right.
I seen somebody post something the other day, like a lot of people want to be rappers, but they don't want to spend like the money. Like people think they just gonna start rapping or become an artist and start doing stuff, but honestly, it takes like your own investment to get popping in this industry, and that's with rapping, singing, acting, anything entertainment. Like you have to invest in yourself first.
Yeah.
Right. So these manager and publicists can't save you.
Yeah.
Or can't make you bigger.
Yeah, it still start with you. Yeah. Imagine somebody being lazy, like, yo, why you not giving me bookings? Yo, why you not getting bookings? I try to talk.
Like,
would you reach out to people?
I wouldn't say it's fully on the artist, like to go get their own bookings. Like your manager should definitely be working for you, but yo, if you're not outside being an artist, like a lot of people just they be in the studio making their music and stuff.
Yeah,
but they not really like. What are you doing in the
you
community?
Like,
where's your presence? Like people don't know about you,
Yep. So
that presence is
like
important.
the manager gonna do their part, but you gotta do your part too. Like being outside, talking to people, networking, all that good stuff.
Right. We feel you. Well, that was First Class versus Coach. I give it up for Kris. He survived.
Drop them gems.
Them gems real
only
early.
took one shot. That's crazy.
Only took one shot.
Baby, don't hold on. We still got about 30 minutes. We still got time, y'all. So we're going to go ahead with the check-in. So this is where we truly get to know who you are and what you do. And one thing that I noticed, I'm like, yo, you from Atlanta, correct?
Yeah.
The way how you rep 44678,
Decatur.
470.
Decatur, where is greater?
Oh, you were east side.
Yeah, I'm from the east side.
All right.
Decatur,
Right.
So, here, hold on. Let him pop his shit real quick.
Oh, my shit, Wesley Chapel, Kendall Road.
Okay.
Is it zone 6? Middle finger zone 6?
Yeah, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
That's like, I mean, technically Decatur ain't really like zone 6. A lot of people gonna say that, but it's literally like right next door. Like once you cross over 2nd Ave, you technically like in Decatur.
The fact that he knows
but
streets.
that's just breaking it down,
Yeah, he know.
Could be all from the same area. I mean, it's right down the street. Like it's kind of like hand in hand. Like being in Decatur, you going to Gresham. Like
yeah, that's true. Once I only know that from going on 20.
Yeah. Shit went to Southwest DeKalb High School, all that.
Southwest DeKalb.
Right.
It went to DeKalb.
So you a Georgia boy.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
ATLANTAGA is where I stay.
Yeah.
Right. So talk about so like I said, talk about your upbringing and how did you get into the field of marketing and activation?
Yeah, so I mean, of course, grew up in Atlanta, like y'all said, to Jamaican parents. My family's originally from Jamaica.
I knew it. You know what? Honestly, before I knew like you was from the way how you was like, oh, Travis Port, this and that. I'm like, yo, I think he from Atlanta. But I knew you came from a Caribbean. I know the flag is in your thing, but I thought you was a New Yorker.
We thought you was from New York.
Like quick, like it was like a ha ha. You feel me? You got the hat on? What hat you got on?
Atlanta.
Oh,
It's Atlanta.
Don't jump back.
Damn. I just realized the full.
No, you know what? It was the Navy. It was the color. So
she thought it was the Yankee.
All right.
Nah.
Jamaican parents. Like you got true Jamaican parents.
Yeah,
like
my mom from Jamaica, yeah.
Yeah.
My pops from here, but my mom from Jamaica.
So you grew up in a Caribbean household.
For real.
Caribbean household, then in like all women. So I'm hearing the accent all the time. Like you get in trouble with one of them, like all of them on your ass. You guys like me and all my cousins. So all my cousins are like first generation Americans, and then it's like half first generation Americans, and the others are from Canada. So when they came from Jamaica, they went to New York first, or they went to London or Canada. Like it kind of spread out everywhere. Yeah. Grew up on the east side to Jamaican parents, so it's pretty much like the best of both worlds.
It is.
It is.
You got the Atlanta slang, Atlanta shit, and then you got like your Jamaican side.
Yeah,
right. I will say that one thing about you made a good point. Caribbean household do have mostly women.
Yeah.
My family is only really one uncle. Other than that, everybody women. So that was a good point. So yeah, that was a good. No, it made me thought about it. I'm like, dang.
So I see y'all just took a trip somewhere. Y'all was out there in the Caribbean and
Yeah,
stuff.
St. Martin. Yeah, we was.
Y'all had y'all driving on lock.
Big
Caddy.
Big Caddy.
Caddy.
I'm like, look at them. Like, they going crazy out
Going
here.
crazy. We had more to come.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Because you're from Atlanta, born and raised, but your mom and your dad are Caribbean, right? Did you ever?
My mom.
Well, your mom's Caribbean. Yeah. Do you ever feel like it's hard for you to relate to Caribbeans, being that you're strictly from Atlanta? Like, I know you grew up in that household, but is there ever like any like barriers of the culture for you where you're like, because she's Trini, And she Trini to the bone, like you know.
Born
like,
there? Or you born there?
Born there.
Born there, raised in Brooklyn.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
See, my grandmother lived in Canarsie.
All right.
So you been to New York?
Yeah, I've been to New York.
Yeah, y'all better stop.
Would you spend summers with your grandmother or something?
Nah, we just go there every now and then.
Oh, okay.
I really like. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. I really don't like it. It's cool. It's a
I was
vibe.
literally about to ask you, like, so
Like, it's a vibe. Would I live there? No.
as a
but
Southern, I
it
was
is
just
a
about to
vibe.
ask, as a Southerner, you visited
He
New
probably
York.
need like 3-4 days, then he ready to come back.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when I go out there, I like doing like the whole touristy thing though. But when we be with my grandmother, you know, we don't be on that type of stuff.
Y'all be in the
like,
hood. Y'all be in the
Like-
floor, son.
okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah, get on the stoop.
like
Go to the corner store.
cause she worked for like J.P. Morgan and all that stuff, but she retired now. So like we'll go over there whenever it's time to leave or go somewhere. You know, we walk to the bus, we take the bus to the train, and then like we take the train to like wherever we in the city. So even like as I got older, I kind of like noticed different things. So you know, we on the train and stuff. It's like hella people or whatever. But as we get in like closer to like I guess the Brooklyn or Canarsie, like stop on the train and shit, like all the white people getting off. I'm like, damn.
Right, they like,
I'm like,
you
yo.
gotta go. We don't live
Like,
here.
you could tell, like, you coming from Times Square,
Yeah.
like, wherever we coming from. And,
Oh yeah.
And
they
the
all
train
hopping
keep
up.
going.
You like
Yeah,
that's different.
yeah. She be like, don't have no headphones in your ears.
Nope.
Like, don't take your phone out.
Don't look
Like,
at nobody. Just sit.
Yeah, like we don't drive nowhere. Every time I go to New York, we don't drive nowhere. It's
No,
bus and
because
train.
it will take you an hour.
Yeah, she got a car too. Don't even drive.
It don't
She-
matter.
She actually just sent the car down here to Atlanta for my aunt. Like she don't even use it.
Nope. It don't matter.
Probably
matter.
Grand Park is probably the last. Prospect probably the last stop where you get a little Brooklyn.
I don't even know what it is. I just know they be getting off.
Gotcha. So, like we said, you went to Georgia State. So where did you develop that passion for marketing and activations? Because you're a mass communication major, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Mako majors.
Journalism, concentration, and PR. Then I got a music minor. But I actually started in. I'm a musician first, like before everything. So I played trumpet. Been playing trumpet for like what?
Oh, you in the band? You KK side?
Yeah, I was in the band.
Yeah. Okay. You
thing-
a gunky? What they call them?
And what?
A band geek.
No.
Band geek?
Well, at Albany State, they was called gunkies.
Junkies? You probably saying I don't know what you saying.
Son, I know they was getting hazed. I saw them shirts.
Relax.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah,
Albany State does not do any.
Yeah,
They do not
hazing to them.
participate
They do not
in
start.
any
Kappa Kappa Psi is a
bullying or
non-hazing organization. Just so you know.
I just saw white shirts that they wore.
Girl, you saying too
So,
much.
so like, I mean, people crab in the band, you know, like a little initiation, but they not necessarily like they not
No.
getting hazed and you know, it's just like a tradition type of stuff.
Okay, so you play the trumpet.
Yeah, I played the trumpet for I think like 15 years now. I don't know, a long.
Oh, so you
Wow,
could play.
Yeah, I went to school, so I went to school for it. I was originally a music ed major. I went to Georgia State to major in music. High school, I made like all state, fourth chair, all that stuff. Like I was like legit. We did the Macy's parade, the Rose Parade. Played on the track with Mariah Carey. I was on the recording soundtrack for Drumline, the second Drumline.
Wow.
Yo, how?
Chris, how old are you?
I'll be 28 in July.
Oh, so ooh.
You done lived the life.
Live the life.
You
yeah,
talking
for
about
sure.
Drumline? I'm like, wait, are you
The
old?
Second
drumline.
drumline.
Okay,
Second drumline.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
Nick Cannon. Okay,
Played on the
gotcha.
soundtrack for that.
Okay.
So I went to school, majored in music, music ed, and I realized I didn't want to teach. I was like a little bit more interested in the music industry, so I ended up switching from that to music management. And then I realized I just didn't want to be like stagnant in music. You know, it's hard.
Hard to
music-
get started,
and
yeah.
hard getting like careers in the music industry, especially coming out of school. So I switched my major again for a second time, going to journalism with a concentration in PR and then a music minor. 'Cause I already had all the music credits, and then from there, like as soon as I switched my majors to that, I had like my first internship. Well, playing on sports, like cutting highlights online for Twitter. Then I got hired by the Braves as like game day staff, and then one of their trainees had ended up leaving, taking the job with the like one of those Houston teams. I think the Houston Astros, not the Astros, but
Rockets.
the Texans.
Oh.
Yeah, and so they instead of hiring somebody else, they just brought me on. They was like, "Do you want to take his role?" And so I took the role. I had like firsthand experience with that, like 2018, but they didn't bring me on full time. So that's when I kind of started doing my own thing, freelancing in music with one of my friends that was an artist at 11th Street. Shout out to John Michael and 6'5", his engineer, and Zamar. Like, that was like our whole team, like fresh out of college, you know, working together, getting experience for that. And then I started, like, you know, working in communications or PR, entertainment. You kind of have to make your own, like, way in this industry. People can't do it for you. I mean, a lot of times people do get, like, you know, lucky and, like, land dream jobs right away. But that don't happen for everybody. So people be discouraged and all that stuff, you know. It's kind of going, like, through a little, like, depression or whatever. You know, your parents trying to, like, force you to, like, work at UPS or, like,
especially
random
your Caribbean
jobs.
parents.
Yeah, they're like, you got to do something. So I'm like,
what you do? You just sit here all day and you just want,
Exactly. But, you know, I didn't, like, settle, like, just go work a regular-ass job. I just kind of kept grinding. So I applied for this place called, like, Hands on Atlanta. That does, like, a lot of volunteering. So I ended up applying, but I was too qualified to, like, be an intern. So he just kind of brought me on as, like, his right hand. And I was running their social media accounts. And then from there, I landed a job with my current company, Ally Global Marketing. And with that, you know, we do all the, like, movie premieres. Talent handling, press days, all the above in, like, the film and television industry. And then that kind of led me to, like, other connections within, like, radio and music and film and whatever.
And now you the plug.
Now you the plug.
And now you the plug.
You know, a lot of people don't know on the plug, but if you know, you know.
That's what I said. You know him, but you don't know him, but you know him. Yeah, let me tell you how we met Kris, right? So we went to the BMF
You gotta
premiere.
take a drink for that.
Yeah.
Take a little drink.
But everything happened for a reason, y'all. We went to the BMF premiere, and first of all, he didn't see that. We gonna skip that part. So April and I.
You cannot skip that part.
All right, yo, listen. So
Because
April and I are media hosts, radio personalities. We're still making a name for ourselves. So we get there. I knew we didn't get confirmation, but my name is Chanel Simone. So me not here, okay? So we get there. April like, yo, our names is not here. I'm like, yo, you can't be scared. We work in media, so you gotta have a mouth game or something. We get there. I was like, yeah, Chanel Simone, we don't see you. And they like embarrassing you. Like,
That was loud. It was mad people around.
next. Like, girl, come on.
Could you step to the side? Okay, damn. Wait a minute.
So we get there. So I'm like, yo, so the funny thing is we still know a lot of people in this industry. So the VIP guests, like, people is walking by. They like, yo, Chanel, April, what's good? We can't get in. So we tight. So I think the more they saw, like, people, like, I promise you, people, like, person
People
after
was
person, people was
coming.
coming there. It was like, yo, Chanel, April,
And they
April.
knew us. Like,
Yeah, even shout out to Kelly, she tried to help us too. She was
Yeah.
like, yo, they good. So the more that they saw people like, okay, like this is like the 10th person that spoke to them. Like, finally, and we over here like, what's your name? What school you went to? Trying to sweet talk and all of that. After about 30 minutes,
and
we finally got it.
Yeah, they had some bands left over.
The white ones.
The white ones. Not the VIP ones.
Damn, so this is before y'all got to me. This is
Yes.
Yes,
so
this,
y'all-
yes. This,
We
so, this
doing
is just
it-
so we could watch
Yeah.
BMF premiere.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So we watched the BMF premiere, right? So we in finally, and you know the lady. Shout out to Gary too. We
Shout out to Gary.
Oh yeah, my boy Gary.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
That's
That's another
how,
right hand.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gary. Shout out to BB. You know.
That's how we
Yes.
got to know
Ally
Gary,
team.
right? So next thing you know, now it's time for the VIP because we went to the first premiere with BMF lit, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, I was over that too. I did that too.
The first one?
Yeah, that was at the
50 Cent
the
show?
pavilion.
Yes.
Yeah, I filled the whole. So you know how it was people in like in the little pit before in the concert. I'm the one. I was responsible over that whole like activation.
Yeah, we
part.
got it.
Yeah, shout out to that. So I went to the first BMF premiere with 50 Cent, Baby. That's when Thug Gunna,
It was a big.
Yeah.
When I tell you,
That one was dope.
I had the concert, like, all
Right.
of that.
so I got in VIP with that too, and the after party. I still got pictures with 50 in my phone.
So it's crazy because like that wasn't even supposed to be a thing. Like it literally happened like maybe 2 weeks before. They was like, we gonna put it at what's it called, Lakeside?
Yeah,
One of them,
mhm.
Yeah, Lakewood.
Oh, yeah, the
It wasn't
amphitheater.
even supposed to be all that. Like a month
was
out,
freezing.
It was honestly just supposed to be like a regular screening at either Atlantic Station or the Fox, if that with that. many
Oh
people.
nah, that was son.
Like,
that
y'all-
was
yeah.
packed.
And then literally 2 weeks before, they was like sent an email saying, "Nah, Fifth want to do the show just like how he did in New York with the concert and blah 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 blah.
Yo,
but it was
lit.
Nah, that was
crazy.
that was
It
yo
crazy.
Atlantic Station,
Shout out-
please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. So
It was
now,
supposed to be small. It wasn't supposed to be nothing.
no,
big.
that was
It was a
First of all,
whole-
if
But it
y'all
was
had
good.
it
It
at
was
Atlantic
good.
Station with all them people, nobody could have.
Well, all them people wasn't gonna
Could
be
be
there.
there. Remember, they
Yeah.
opened back up the guest list and
Yeah.
stuff.
So we went to the VIP thing. So now we already hyped. We talking about people. We taking pictures with Metro Boomin, all of them. So we saw Reginae. Everybody headed to VIP.
The after party.
Yeah. So we over here.
Okay, we about to walk up to. Hey,
Yo,
y'all.
here he come. Don't even know him.
Let me see your band. You
I'm
got
like,
the pink band. We like what?
Wasn't it somebody before me though? Was it like somebody
Oh
else that was
yes,
standing
it
there?
was. It was. What's her name?
I came in to like
What's
kinda
her
like,
name?
I don't know.
It starts with a K. Christina.
Nah, just leave out the name.
Okay, well,
I think she denied it. But you know what? We saw somebody black.
she was nice. She was just like, y'all don't have the band, so whoever.
I think
it
when we
was.
saw Chris, he was black. So you know, we was like,
No, yeah. So we see people we like.
Yeah, you know, when you see your own, we like, you know, we here. He was like, I'm not gonna hold you. Y'all can't get in.
We like.
So we showing our Instagram. We like, yo, come
We
on.
are people. Like, no, look, we know people.
He was like, he kind of had that voice like, you
Y'all
asked me 3 times. I'm telling, like,
No, but he was like, all right, if y'all go get a band, like. So remember, we started asking people, oh, y'all leaving? Y'all leaving? Can we get y'all band?
but I think they couldn't take it
they
all. It
couldn't
was
take
mad,
it.
yeah.
They swiped that little thing up.
And then they said they had another area.
yeah.
Yeah, like the little
Right
hole,
there, little hole. But
hole
shout out to
over
them because we got a shot of 1940. Is it 42?
Yes, 1942.
Yeah, we had 2
Like,
shots of
we had
that.
the drinks and stuff over there.
Okay, so
too.
we had some
It
over there,
just wasn't
too.
as lit, you know.
Oh.
Wasn't as lit.
Chris, you just got on here. Don't piss us off. We're just
So
now
we-
getting over that.
we
But
saw
our
the-
relation- we good now.
Yeah, we good.
We
We saw the lady giving out pink bands and stuff, so we trying to sneak it. At this point, April and I gave up. So we didn't do it, but he gave us his Instagram. You know, because one thing about April, you going to deny us, but I promise you're going to see us
you
again.
gonna see us again.
We got his Instagram. Next thing you know, we started seeing him a lot. Everywhere. And we like, yo, you remember us? Because you denied us
Every
at that
time.
party.
Every
Every
time.
time we see him, we always remind.
Yeah.
Every time.
Because you ain't let us in. Remember?
He was like, oh, y'all them girls. No, but then eventually, one thing I noticed about being in media or just when you consistent with what you're doing, like literally we had to build a rapport with him. Like, you got to keep seeing this. I think eventually he got the hint like, okay, all right.
All right.
Yeah, y'all good.
They
All
kind of
right.
official a little bit. Like,
Yeah, y'all followed up. You know, we locked in. I sent you like our media list.
Yes, he did. He
Y'all
did
on our
promise
media
that.
list now.
He did.
He was like, yo, look, how about this? Only select, don't send this out. Y'all do this, fill it out. Now we on it. And now look.
You got all the premieres. Y'all at Cirque. Y'all doing a whole bunch of stuff. Y'all
shout out to
popping.
Chris.
Now he's on the Flew Here, Grew Here
The
podcast.
podcast.
For sure. Now I'm here, you know.
Yeah.
And the connections keep
I
getting
was just
bigger.
about to say, because you're in PR, so talk about the importance of building relationships and connections with people that takes your business further.
Man, relationships are everything. At least to me. I know a lot of people, you know, they say they don't really care for the relationships because like a lot of fake stuff out here. But just me, like I try to do everything I do, like genuinely. Like even when I met y'all, like even though I knew I couldn't let y'all in that night, like I still want to like, you know, rock with y'all. So I took down your information and I made sure I followed up. But yeah, like you legit. She's still salty.
Yeah.
But we good. We like I said, we good now. Y'all
We
got
locked in
everything,
there.
but-
Ain't no switching up.
But you gotta have those connections, especially in PR, because you can you can pitch people, journalists, all you want, but if they not really rocking with you or what you putting out, they can they can blackball you or they can just not rock with your artists, fuck with your artists. The better relationship you have with people, the more willing they are to do stuff for you. It's kind of like I help you, you help me win. But as long as you're doing it genuinely, it can go a long way.
You ever had to accept some fake shit in the business where, hey, I really don't care for you, but you a plug that I need to know, so I'm going to keep it cute, I'm going to keep it cordial, but I really don't care.
I
Do you have
actually,
to accept any fakeness?
I actually haven't right now, in my career. Like most of the people that I work with are like truly like friends that I cherish, like Taylor Brooks that works with B.O.B.
Shout out to Simply Taylor.
Yeah.
Tatiana that works with like Duke Deuce, and now like we're on the team together, managing artists, working with artists. my coworker BB that I work with, that kind of like took me under her wing at Allied, Gil Jones at Radio 1. Like, I can continue to like name different people, like Manny at Dirty Glove Bastard. Like,
Shout out. Mm-hmm.
Like those are like my folks. Like we kind of locked in. I haven't like I don't know if I like made it that high up in my career. I mean, I know like bigger artist managers, but I kind of know like where our relationship lies. Like I know that we got a like good enough like genuine working relationship. I know like they ain't my bro. Like he ain't my homie. Like we ain't just chilling. Yeah, like I ain't just calling them any time of the night because I know like our boundaries. It's also important to set boundaries, but for the most part, I haven't really had to deal with like any like fake shit yet in the industry. Just because I can't keep my circle tight and everything else kind of just works its way out that way. Like if I know I'm just working with somebody business wise, it's kind of just business. Like it's still a genuine connection. Like how I'm talking to them, pitching them. I'm making sure that I'm not just using them. I'm making sure that I'm bringing something to the table for them as well. And even if I'm not bringing something to the table, I'm giving them something that they're gonna enjoy, like to go along with whatever I'm pitching them.
Yeah, you mentioned that you and Tatiana are on team managing artists. Is it hard to manage artists? Do you feel like a babysitter?
Yes, I mean even in PR, it's kind of like being an adult babysitter because literally, we're the ones taking care of them while they're in town or while it's that event going on. It's whatever. But you kind of just have to, like, love it. PR isn't something you can really, like, half-ass or half-do. You actually have to have a passion for it. Because, like I said, like, those artists, they're calling you for whatever you need. It could be at 1 o'clock in the morning, 7 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. Whenever they need you, you have to be there to help them. If it's, like, something, a crisis going on, you just have to be there. But you have to be willing to do that. If you don't got that in you, then you probably don't need to be in PR. Yeah,
don't call my phone at 7. I have a question, too, about an artist that you're working with, I think. Are you working with Gloss Up?
Kind of, sort of. So I actually work with Duke Deuce. I handle all of Duke's PR for his new label that he's starting to, since he kind of, like, left QC. So he has some new artists like Glockiana and Double G. And Turn Lil Thad. But y'all got to watch out for Glockiana, yo. Like,
facts.
She hard. I don't know if y'all seen her on Instagram, but she 16 from Memphis, just graduated too, smart as hell, and she coming with that heat. She
16?
16. I'm gonna play y'all something like
no. I'm the age. Jermaine Dupri made a statement about not Kris wit Lotto.
Oh yeah,
how he used to. Lotto was 16 coming up in the game, but nobody studied her till she got older, got the BBL, got all of that. So he was like,
nah, Glock already like. She popping.
Jermaine Dupri was saying, is there any more room for kid stars at this point? So that's all he said 16. I just noticed
she not a kid star though. Yeah. Like she not in that like teen.
With a name like Glockiana?
Yeah.
Look at her for a kid's party.
Yeah, like she on like that like Memphis shit.
Yeah.
But at 16.
Gangsta boo shit.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. At 16, I'm like,
I'm gonna play something for you and be done. I don't know if you seen her, but she crazy. Like she gonna blow this year for sure.
Oh my God. I'm more so concerned about the age. I'm like 16.
But she also been through a lot too. But y'all hear about
like April said, with a name like Glockiana, I'm sure. Well, shout out to you, girl. I just didn't know she was 16. I'm like 16.
So is it hard to manage an artist like
well, I'm not even like really managing. So with me and Tati, she's like the talent manager and then I handle like PR, so publicity manager and all that stuff like that. So I mean, we kind of like go hand in hand when we're doing different things, especially when we're out. And if like Tati's not there, then technically like I'm like the manager, like
the
next stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. So one thing that we talked about was artists signed to a major label and also artists that's independent. One thing I've always wanted to know with artists who are independent, like where does the money come from?
They're funding it themselves. Like those artists are like, they still have their 9-to-5s. They working, getting money however they can. They're funding everything themselves. Especially if they not with a label, like any of the money that they get, they putting it towards their career.
Well, y'all find sponsors and things like that.
Find sponsors. It's pretty rare for like,
up and coming
artists to get like
or
brand deals
independent.
and all stuff. Well, I mean, even with Instagram now and like TikTok, a lot of people have like them Fashion Nova partnerships or other things. So they can still get some brand deals, but if they don't have no partnership, a lot of them are still working or trapping or doing whatever the hell they do.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know they out there.
Right, but is it challenging though, especially as you as a publicist or how they have managers where yeah, you want me to do all this stuff, but sir, you gotta hold on to this $20 you got left. Like, where do you come in into the gist of all of that?
Luckily, the artists that I work with,
they got a cute coin. They got a cute little coin.
So we we get over here.
Yeah,
like my bills are paid. No, but is that what they talk about? Like having like a manager and all of that stuff. Like you said earlier, like you have to find somebody who believes in
find somebody that believes in you, believes in the vision. They gotta love your music first of all. If you can't have no manager or PR that don't like your music. Look, they gonna do their job, but they probably ain't gonna do the best job because they not rocking with it.
Imagine
what's on the album number 13.
Like how y'all just heard me speaking about Glock. Like
that's how
look, bro, she hard, bro.
But you know what? We met, I forgot her name, but we met an artist named 7 a.m., right? And remember when we met his manager, she was like, yo, play this.
Oh, yeah.
Play that. Like, she was so passionate about his music.
That's how they gotta be.
Now that you said it.
Yeah, she was more happy than he was.
Yeah, he was looking like.
He be like that, yeah.
He was like.
Because he was ready to go. She was like, no, we got 2 ladies
when your
here.
mama tell you to dance for your... Show your aunties them dances you be doing.
No, like he played us like 5 tracks. He was ready to go, but he wasn't rude about it. But he was like, he stayed so we could hear the music. And she was like, oh, this is the song I made love to. We like, ooh.
Okay, girl.
Nah, y'all for sure gotta get... I know you know Tati.
Yeah.
Like, y'all for sure gotta get her on here because she gonna drop some gems too. But she go hard for all her artists. Like, she lock in with you. That's your biggest cheerleader. Like, she gonna... go to bat for you, everything.
Nah.
That's how our team is.
No, when we first met Tati, she was like, you do, no, he got this. I'm like.
Nah, she was talking to these 2 girls.
Yeah.
And literally, like, it wasn't everything you needed to know about him was coming out like, so what's good? Yeah. Got their contact, everything. She's like, girl, this is what I do. I don't play. We like, ooh.
No,
ooh.
even when we seen her, we went to HBCU.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
With them 2 girls that work for United Masters.
And she was like, we need to come over there. We'll set it up. We're like, well, y'all better set something up because
I think the team was United Masters, something like that. Some name.
Or United Artists.
United, Yo, baby, she started dropping names, started dropping this. They was like, Clyde, somebody named Clyde, I don't know. But we need to be like that with us, too.
But yeah, like, circling back to Gloss, though, but, like, that's how I kind of got in with Gloss, because Tati manages Gloss now, too. And so we kind of all, like, run together with whatever we doing. So, she'll call me being like, Gloss got this appearance at this club.
I need you to pop out over there.
Nah, it's not even like, I need you to pop out. It's like, you're coming. Like, like, she don't give me the option. She was like, Kris, you coming? I'll be like, bet. And I'm there.
Yo, what if I wanted to be home?
But wait, so how does that work now? Because, because it sounds like y'all taking a lot of QC artists.
QPC.
So how does that work now?
We're not taking nobody. Gloss is still.
She's still QC?
Yeah,
okay.
She's QC.
Oh, okay. I thought P was her manager.
Well, does P manage or he just owns?
Oh, he just owns the label.
I don't think he owns it.
I don't really like.
Is this stuff you could talk about, or did you sign an NDA?
Listen, I don't really.
He don't really.
I'm not with QC, so like I said,
okay.
I work like hand in hand with like Tati and like Duke stuff. So
right.
Anything with QC, I mean, I really don't got no.
But you know what I be noticing? Like they be signed, but they still have separate partnerships with like people. Here. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because what is like Megan Thee Stallion? Like she was signed to 1501, but her management company was Rock Nation. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, like sound like that.
Like
we trying to know the business, but
yeah, but you know when artists like sign the labels, your manager can be whoever you want your manager to be. Like you still like signed to that label, but you got your manager that's doing whatever,
Okay.
Like your manager is not necessarily a label, so it's not really competition. Like your manager works hand in hand with your label wherever you at.
Gotcha.
So Kris, what's next for Kris? Like I said, you do activations, you do movie premieres, but you also with artists. Like you just a one band man, huh? What you got?
So right now I'm just like going through like I want to say like a renaissance, just finding myself, finding my passion, and trying to like do more of what I love, So that's working with artists, especially being a musician.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of just went full circle back to like my music background. Like I said, started in music, went to PR, started working in film and TV, and then somehow music just always keeps dragging me back. And so now I'm in doing like freelance PR in the music industry.
Gotcha.
So I mean, you just gotta wait and find out to see what happens.
Oh, any advice for any like artists who trying to?
Any artists
or PR
or PR people, PR professionals? Just network. Go out to these events that Chanel and April are throwing. Media Girls Network are throwing.
Okay, shout out Media Girls Network. He said
Men in Media, like go to these different events. Whenever you do find see stuff on Instagram, 'cause I know a lot of times it's hard for people not in the industry to really know what's going on.
Yeah.
But if you happen to come across like that flyer saying this is happening, go show up, introduce yourself. Don't be afraid to follow up. Or the biggest thing for me that went a long way is don't be afraid to reintroduce yourself to somebody.
You see, we did that 30 times with him. The girls that couldn't get in the party, you remember us? Yeah.
Maybe don't use our approach, guys, because it only really works for us because of who we are. But if you was to go up to somebody and be like, "Remember me?" They be like, "No,
you don't gotta
security,
do it like that,
security." Don't be afraid to. Yeah,
don't be afraid to reintroduce yourself.
I like that.
I've done that with a few artists and their managers that I work with. I met a manager at a screening that we did, screening after party. And then I saw him somewhere else. He just happened to be from the east side too. So I introduced myself. He was like, "Yeah, I remember you. I fuck with you." Next thing you know, we doing a private screening for his artist somewhere. So and now we locked in. We ain't the best friends.
But
we
locked in.
Yeah. But that goes a long way. Just always reintroducing yourself. Never think you too big or you got too much popping to reintroduce yourself or humble. Be humble.
Okay.
Like I said, I'll be in the background, I don't really be out here like that.
The plug. All right, y'all, that is the check-in segment with Kris wit Decay. We'll give you another applause.
Yay!
All right, so now we're about to move into our baggage claim segment. Now, this is where we get in your business and we get you in the hot seat. All right, Chanel, what we got?
All right, so first question. Do you think this media and music industry does a lot of gatekeeping?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, for sure. I need to elaborate.
Yeah. Just a little. You ain't got to be OD.
I'm trying to think how I should put it. I mean, I think gatekeeping is really a huge thing in entertainment because you have those people that have been grandfathered in or have been here forever. So, they kind of iffy about just letting anybody and whoever into into the scene or into whatever they got going on. I think it's kind of okay too, because you don't just want anybody.
But I feel like if you gatekeep to hinder my success, or you could give me this information to help. So I'm not trying to steal nothing from you. I think that's where kind of gatekeeping is all right, you just don't want me,
Yeah, I think it's levels to how you gatekeep. Of course you don't want to just bring anybody into what you worked super hard for. You don't want to just be here you go. You need this contact, take it, go.
Right.
Cause that person worked hard for that contact. So, I want to see you go do a little work and then I'll give it to you.
Right. Let me see something.
But not just no. I'm not I don't really gatekeep like that. I ain't just gonna tell you no off the rip. But I do want to see you have a little background, little work ethic, do a little something, to get where you're going. And a lot of times gatekeeping is good because when people are not giving you those contacts you're looking for, it forces you
to work hard
to do the work yourself. And next thing you know, you reaching out, you find a connect, you find that contact, and now you and that person locked in. You in the door now, and it's taking you far and far away, and you did all this work yourself. You didn't need no help. So it just depends on how you look at it.
Okay, so do you feel like this Atlanta media scene is full of cliques? Oh, what's the laugh for?
Because I feel like you got a strong, I don't want to say it's a clique, but you got a strong team of people. It's when I see Taylor, when I see you, it's I know Sony did. When I see y'all, I just know the circle. Okay, they got something going on here. But then you got the cliques where it's all right, now y'all being funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely full of cliques. Me personally, I don't really get into all the messy stuff and drama and all that stuff. So I can't really.
You just got your clique that works for you and y'all work together.
I can't really give you no info on all the probably what you're looking for. 'Cause I really don't know. I kind of be tuning all that stuff out. But me and everybody that I work with have a genuine connection with, like you just said, Taylor and them. Like that's pretty much all I need. Like we good, we locked in, we help each other with different things. They come to my events, I go to their events. You know, we gotta.
We wasn't really looking for anything. We was just
it's just
media teams are definitely, you know, clicked up in Atlanta for whatever they do, you know. But everybody in Atlanta knows each other too, so we kind of all like may work with each other every now and then. Like at a screening, there may be 3 different agencies there working, and then we get familiar with each other. So now, like we're all like not best friends, but you know, we cool, we cordial, you know,
we good. All right, so that was it for our baggage claim. And for our takeoff segment, we just have to ask you, who are some music executive moguls that you look up to?
Off rip, my frat brother, Cortez Bryant, for KK-Side.
Shout out Cortez.
Cortez KK-Side too?
Yeah.
Well, he was in the band.
Yeah.
Okay, shout out to Cortez.
You know he was a guest on our show.
Yeah, I saw it.
Ow!
The connection.
And don't you
man.
forget, stop playing with it.
We getting in the next one. Okay, Cortez Bryant. Listen, legend in this music industry by far. So if there was anybody to look up to, it would be him. So
yeah. Yes.
All right, y'all. Well, there y'all have it. That concludes this episode of Flew Here, Grew Here podcast with Kris with the K. All right, Kris, tell everybody where they could follow you, where they could check you. Don't be in his DM asking if you could come to these events.
Now, baby, y'all better stop playing.
Y'all better hit up April and Chanel.
No. And we still going no, and no.
But
We're gatekeeping.
You said find them for yourself.
Right.
Yes. Work a little harder.
We had to work.
They gonna watch the podcast. They gonna be like, I found them now. Like,
No.
It's all right because you
first.
No, but you still not gonna know him though. So you can find the IG, but like he said, he be in a cut. So you really still ain't finding nothing.
Like I'm starting to, like, you know, kind of put myself out there a little bit with like different things, but for the most part, I just be in the background. Like,
Period.
I don't really care for like all the extra stuff.
Right, you like a ghost. Like 1 minute you see me, the next minute you don't. But if you need me, call me.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah, for sure.
So tell them where they can follow you.
Y'all can follow me on pretty much everywhere. IG, Twitter, TikTok, Kris with the K. So it's KrisWittdak.
Ew, and y'all already know it is your favorite Brooklyn baddie, Chanel Simone. You can follow me at I am Chanel Simone on all social media platforms.
And y'all know what it is, your girl April B, your favorite media maven. Make sure y'all follow me at it's April B __. That's on all social media platforms. And don't forget, new episodes of the Flew Here, Grew Here podcast drop every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Make sure y'all follow us at FHGH Podcast on all social media platforms, and that's on streaming platforms as well. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Yeah.